This chapter might have just revealed Imu's true powers as the chaos of God Valley hits its new peaks. Immortals, demons, dragons, everything Oda's been building towards explodes in this chapter. Rocks Xebec's protection of his family, Kaido's rise with the birth of his dragon form, and Imu finally makes his terrifying entrance, possessing Saturn's body like a god descending on Earth. What started as a battle of treasure, for the pirates at least, has turned into a war between monsters, legends, and gods. This is the moment the world of One Piece changed forever. Let's start chapter 1162, God Valley Battle Royale. At the start, it seemed that Oda wanted to hurry things up, because where we left off last chapter, with Rayleigh saving Shaki, Roger fighting Whitebeard, Garp chasing the pirates away, now Rayleigh's almost at the Oro Jackson, which is, don't know, Roger's ship, or at least he's approaching it. Garp is now fighting with Roger, and Kaido just sucker punched Big Mom to steal a devil fruit that was intended for Katakuri. And holy shit, is that Marco? Wait, hold on, what? Wait, I guess he looks like Marco, but it surely is not him. Cause we know that Marco is 45 years old at present day, and this flashback was 38 years ago. That would make him about 7 years old, which makes it impossible for that person to be Marco, although he looks exactly like him. But hey, since we're revealing everybody's parents, we might as well just say that that's Marco's father, I think. Now that that's out of the way, it's time for subscribe to Haki Review! First edition. In subscribing to this unknown channel, you can make a bearded man feel very special about his knowledge for this pirate story. And while you're at that, perhaps you can give him a like for some extra motivation. And you might as well just hit the bell button and such YouTube shenanigans. Now, back to the video. Rocks vs Garling. A fight that seemed equal at first, but is nowhere near that. This is Oda's power scaling genius. Because I'm telling you, he knows what the fans get excited about. He knows this power shit is really important. You see, Rocks is a step above the rest. And Garling, as formidable of a swordsman he is nowhere near to Rocks' level. Rocks, or Davy, whichever name you want to call him, I call him Rocks because I've always called him Rocks and that was his first name. Rocks for me is undoubtedly the best and strongest swordsman to ever be in this world of One Piece, past or present, right? And I'm not joking here. Until Zoro becomes the greatest swordsman alive, Rocks is gonna hold that title for me. And even then, Rocks might still have the edge. And yo guys, don't mention Fraud Hawk's name. Do not do that. Yeah, he's slicing up ice mountains or whatever. We haven't seen him do anything in this story. It's like me going off and saying, oh, Dragon is stronger than Imu. Are you crazy? No, we have seen Imu kind of fight a little bit, at least, through others, but we haven't seen Dragon, so I can't power scale him. Same thing with Mihawk. Even though he holds the title for the strongest swordsman, we haven't seen anything from him. And probably his first ever fight, he will fight in the story, besides the fight versus Zoro in the beginning of the story, is going to be another fight against Zoro, which he will lose. So please don't come at me with the Mihawk shit, alright? Zoro, Rocks, yeah, they're goats, but I think Rocks is a bit of a greater goat, you know what I'm saying? I think he's my new favorite character, above Zoro. Might as well introduce more swordsmen in the story, huh? Huh, Oda? Seriously though, Garling defeated in one chapter this fast is not a downplay to his strength. It's more of a hype for Rocks' strength. And speaking of the man himself, he finally saves his beloved Eris and Teach, carrying them on his back and being chased by devils and holy knights alike. His wife is asking him, put me down, yo, put me down, mentioning that he wouldn't ever have fallen in love with her if she was this reliant on him, telling him that if her and Teach ever get cornered, that she would kill her own son and then herself, so that they wouldn't be brought to shame and torture by these disgusting creatures at the Holy Land, so that they can die with dignity and honor to have fought for the Davy name, so that the secrets of the Davy clan do not get out. This is what I see in her character, right? They now want to escape to Lulusia. You know, the island that got eradicated by Imu. Yeah, they want to escape there. This is 38 years ago, don't get confused. But I bet Lulusia is the closest thing to God Valley. Come to think of it, it's probably very close to Marijwa too. Cause when Sabo escaped the Holy Land, he went straight to Lulusia. But will we ever get the conclusion to what happened to Teach's mother? Leave it down in the comments. Kaido, he sucker punched Big Mom, or should I say sucker clubbed her, to get his hand on that fishy fruit. That was intended for Katakuri, as we said in the intro. But damn, he hit her that hard to get a hold of some devil fruit? I don't think this was intended to be the fish fruit. I don't think Kaido knew about it. I just think that he knew it was a great devil fruit, so he wanted to eat it. He wanted to have a power. And that freaking smirk on his face when he eats it says it all. Bro, I was laughing my ass off when he ate that devil fruit. Oh my god. He's like, it's only me now. It's only me now, bitch. But really, he's really thinking that he's the strongest dude on the island just because he ate the devil fruit. Future Kaido would scold the heck out of past Kaido. Cause you all know that line, haki trumps all.
Because in the end, haki trumps all else.
Seriously, this is such a big deal for Kaido's character. Why he tells Luffy that haki is above all is because he perhaps regrets taking on that power that he has. Meanwhile, over to Fraudy Garp. He showed us a lot about his character. I mean, a real lot. Well, I don't like it that people are dying, Sengoku.
Listen up, you idiot. The last time someone asked about the nature of our job, they ceased to exist. So you shut your mouth and keep working. Keep working.
Yeah, don't worry about the innocent people that are dying, Garp. Just suck it up, Garp. Oh, okay, boss. Don't worry about it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna use my incredible strength to help these monsters save this world from the innocent people. Hey, listen. Who cares if he brought up this younger generation of Grass, Kobe, Helmepo? Who the fuck gives a shit? He still didn't do something for 38 years. 38 years, man. Now listen, it's like a love-hate relationship with Garp. I love it. He's so cool. He's badass. He's a badass motherfucker, man. If you could blast this entire pirate island with a galaxy impact, of course you're a badass motherfucker. Just don't talk to me about his morale, alright? Despite all of this darkness, how can you see light in the world government? How? You know what the top brass are doing. You know what your superior, Sengoku, is doing. Why ain't you doing something yourself? You still think that's the right thing to do? To keep them at power? End of the chapter, and we will get what I think about Imu's power. Just hold on, guys. But at the end of the chapter, Garling was on the ground yet again. Off-screen by the off-screen no me of Blackbeard. He has it now, but back then, Rocks has it, of course. But then everybody felt a strange haki. Where is that coming from? The Roger pirates thought it was Rocks, but Roger's like, no, that's not him. This is more sinister, more dark, something more vicious, something non-human. Like this, everybody locked in. While Roger was fighting Garp, Whitebeard and Kaido join up with Rocks to face up against an Imu-infused Saturn. Are you freaking nuts? Imu infused with Saturn? Why didn't he use this on Saturn at Egghead? Surely he would have been stronger, right? The message about the Void Century was going to be leaked to the entire world, by the way. Why did he not use that power? Well, the one headcanon explanation I have is that Imu was greatly weakened by this encounter with Rocks and Whitebeard Kaido, and somehow he's still not yet back to full health. So when Whitebeard asks Rocks, like, what is that? Rocks calls Imu the world, an incredibly important line that shall not be overlooked, as it is the same words that Van Augur told Saturn when he was asked what the Blackbeard pirates were after. How did Teach know about this? Did some information leak about Imu? We know that a lot of survivors got saved by Kuma, for example, but they were here before Imu came down to the island. I don't know if Rocks had a journal about all of this, and of course he didn't have time to write in the midst of all this chaos, but he knew about Imu way before that. He knew stuff about the D clan and the Davy name. Stuff that we have no idea about. Which maybe explains how the hell he got into the flower place over at Marijwa. But from him saying the world, I might have figured out what Imu's true powers are. You see, a while ago, or a couple of years ago, there was this theory about Imu having ink powers. That's the only thing I know. Imu has ink powers and there's a theory about it. So I might have just figured out from all of this what Imu's powers actually are. Imu has ink power, creating everything he can draw up in his mind. That is very similar to Luffy's powers, except Luffy uses his imagination. His powers come from him imagining all of these different stuff. But Imu's powers, they come from the darkness of the abyss. I think that the abyss acts as his mind, and that's why all of the Gorosei are linked together. They all have the powers of the abyss, so they can telepathically know what each other are saying. The same goes with the Holy Knights, of course. If he can use his powers from his mind, which we declared the abyss, that means that he can draw anything in his head and bring it to life from the darkness. But it also means that he can bring stuff into darkness as well. That's the Dome Reverse ability. But my biggest proof of this theory is Oda taking a picture of Imu sitting down and writing One Piece. It's very convenient that just before this arc started, Oda uploaded that picture. So the question is, what do you guys think about all of this? Did you enjoy the chapter like I did? What was your favorite moment of this chapter? And what do you think about my theory at the very end? I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you subscribe and like the video if you did, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.